to the Bee's Knees. We have an exciting show for you tonight. We have lots of swell guests that'll be in our show tonight. Some including Charlie Chaplin and Duke Ellington. We even have a flapper, Olive Blake, who will be talking to us about her daily life and the best hotspots for a night out. She'll even show us a popular dance of Charleston. So without further ado, here's the show.
So, today we are going to talk a little bit about F. Scott Fitzgerald and one of his new books that has made quite an impression on everyone. Sadly, he could not be with us today. I know, it's disappointing.
People are very busy.
Yeah. So we'll just have to give you an earful of him. Now just for a little background on our dear friend F. Scott Fitzgerald. He was born September 24th, 1896 in St. Paul, Minnesota. When he was younger, his father's furniture business had failed and they later moved to the New York area for new opportunities. Eventually, when Fitzgerald was about 12 years old, the family moved back to St. Paul to live off his mother's inheritance.
Fancy.
I know.
Cozy, cozy.
Now, in his novel, The Great Gatsby, you follow around the mysterious and wealthy Jay Gatsby and his spiffy way of life. You shadow his life while he fights for the love of his life, who he lost 5 years earlier. I can assure you, you will not be disappointed with your purchase of this book, which I would say is Cat's Meow. Well, that's all I have for today. Now let's hear from Lauren.
Thank you, Cydney. If you haven't seen the movie It, you're really missing out. The movie is simply The Cat's Meow. It stars Betty Lou, played by Clara Bow. Betty Lou, a shop girl, falls in love with a man who owns a giant department store. Thanks to this movie, Clara Bow has rose to stardom. She got her start by winning a beauty contest with a prize of being in a movie. Movies helped get her through a rough childhood, so Clara was thrilled to have won. She's been working in the film industry ever since. Make sure to keep your eye on Clara. She's definitely the Shiva to watch and has rightfully earned her nickname, the It Girl. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Up next, jazz music and performers. Stay tuned.
Might have to get that F. Scott Fitzgerald book. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah, sounds good.
And now a message from our sponsor. Ladies, tired of drying your hair with the same old vacuum cleaner? Try Shave brand new Beauty Locks portable hair dryer. It's smaller, it's faster, it's guaranteed to give you the hair you've always wanted in half the time. Beauty Locks is delicate and dainty, just like you. The dryer weighs only a pound and easily fits in your hand. Now that's beauty and convenience. With a speedy motor that will dry your hair in as little as 25 minutes, you can get gorgeous hair without falling behind schedule. Don't worry about the little ones or that pie in the oven. Thanks to an extra-long extension cord, you can move around while primping your locks. Forget those long trips to the salon and no more waiting for hours under monster machines. Shave gives you an easy and speedy hairdo that will blow your man away. Get it now at your nearest Macy's.
Welcome back to the Bee's Knees. Our next segment today focuses on jazz and one of its main stars, Duke Ellington. Over the past few years, jazz has been extremely popular. Some people call this the devil's music, but here at the Bee's Knees, we just can't seem to get enough, can we, ladies?
No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's me.
Jazz is an upbeat style of music derived from blues music. There is a focus on brass instruments in a rhythm section. The music is very fun to dance to, as we will see later in the show. There is improvisation and a focus on the performer of the music. Jazz is unlike any type of music we've ever heard before. So let's turn it over to Jordan and one of the biggest stars in jazz music today, Duke Ellington.
Today we have a special guest, Duke Ellington. He's an American composer, pianist, and on top of all that, a bandleader for the most popular music, jazz. He grew up in Washington, D.C. with two musically inclined parents. How great is that you grew up around music?
It was great having music around the house and parents that have made it an important part of my life growing up.
You started your music career in the orchestra at the Cotton Club in Harlem. What a fun experience that is for you.
Yes, I enjoyed taking it to Europe and starting off my career.
We We here at the Bee's Knees love your saying, beyond category, referencing that your music isn't just jazz. Thank you so much for coming. It's been nifty to have you. Keep up the swell work.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. See, that was so easy.
Hey there, all you girls and guys, I got something you should try. It's a little dance called the Dixie Swing. Come on, fellas, don't be shy. Take a chance, you gotta try. A brand new dance called the Dixie Swing. A right shim sham and a shorty George.
Here on Bee's Knees, we have the opportunity of having a live clapper come in and dance for us. Her name is Olive Blake, and she's going to tell us a little bit about what she does on a nightly basis, what kind of clubs she goes to, and then she's going to do a little dance for us. So please welcome Olive Blake. Hello, how are you doing? Hello. All right, so I hear that you go to a lot of clubs. You are pretty much a 1920s rebel. So what kind of things do you do?
Well, basically, all I do is party, and all the guys love me, so it's kind of easy. I don't have to spend my own money.
That's pretty cool. So, what kind of dance are you doing for us today?
I'm doing the Charleston, which is my favorite dance, because I love jazz music.
I heard you like jazz music. Are you going to do that to a jazz song?
Yes, I will.
All right, so I'm just going to let you go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Well, that was a very spectacular dance. What kind of clubs do you do that at?
The Cotton Club.
The Cotton Club. Is it a good club?
Yeah.
5 stars?
Basically.
All right, then I got it. I'm going to go to the Cotton Club.
So, we have a slight change of plans today. Charlie Chaplin could not make it in himself, sadly, because he has, what did you say?
He's doing a play in England. He told me to send his condolences. He really wanted to be here, but it was kind of like a last-minute play.
Yeah. Anyways, this is Rosalie Frank, his assistant, his executive assistant, was
Yep,
it?
I'm basically the woman that does it all.
Yes.
Aside from writing the plays and music.
We've got it right here. All right. Well, it's nice to have you here, Rosalie.
Thank you. It's very nice being here.
So, can you tell us a little about Mr. Chaplin?
Well, I got a little bit of information when I was trying to figure out what I was supposed to do here, but his mom and his dad were both very into music. His mom was a singer at the musical hall, and his dad was a vocalist. So Charlie grew up around music. It was kind of like one of his big things. He liked learning about music. He liked being able to do it. And when he started writing plays, his own plays, he started writing his own music because he liked control of being able to make sounds for his music. Like, he liked certain aspects in the music to go with his plays. So, like, if it's a funny play, he likes to have romantic and emotional things in the background, just kind of to throw you off. So it's what makes it interesting. It's one of my favorite things about this job.
Well, that seems very interesting to be working with Mr. Charlie Chaplin and all that he does.
He's very crazy. He does a lot of silent films, and when he's in his silent little mode, he's very crazy. It's very hard to keep up with, but I like doing it.
Can you tell us a little bit about how he first started music? Was it all about his parents?
It really wasn't all about his parents. It kind of really started when his mom, who had a cold, she was doing a play music type thing for a bunch of soldiers that came in, and she choked on stage. She started coughing and couldn't sing the song, so they pushed Charlie out, and he had to do a couple songs, but they really liked it, and I heard that the crowd was very, very tough, because they're soldiers, so not a lot really entertains them, but that sounds very controversial. I don't know if I should say that.
It's alright, keep going.
But yeah, he really liked doing it, so he just continued with it.
Well, how lovely. One last thing before we go to commercial. Is there anything you can say to the kids that are home watching this interview, like, that want to be like Mr. Charlie Chaplin?
On behalf of Charlie Chaplin, he told me to say this. If you're a kid and wants to join the music career or make your own plays, just go for it. It's hard, it's tough work, but, in the end, it's very worth it.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Billy Brown, the smoothest, coolest guy in town. The chicks all seem to dig his jive. Hey, tell us, Bill, how can we arrive? It's easy, Jack. Any gal gets sent. When you flash a smile by Pepsodent, you'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
Pepsodent's new improved formula cleans teeth whiter than ever. Tastes brighter, too. New formula Pepsodent contains IMP. There's nothing else as good at getting teeth white.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
Well, that concludes today's show. I hope you all had a hotsy-totsy time with us today. Please go buy Mr. Fitzgerald's Ducky book. Special thanks to all of our guest stars, Duke Ellington, Olive, and Miss Frank. It's been a swell time with you all today. Tune in at noon tomorrow.
It was a great show. We had a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
a lot of fun. Sure was. The bee's knees.
Oh, crap. That's not a hand.
Okay. Here's the show.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you think that we need to not say that we are going to, like, because we're not having Clara go?
Wait.
Cydney, don't make that face.
It's not, though.
There, now it is. Don't
Oh, crap.
Okay,
Go.
That concludes today's show. I hope you all had a hotsy-totsy time with us today. Please go buy Mr. Fitzgerald.